welcome to Something to Talk About. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope you're having a fun one. As I always begin, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. We are pre-taped because I didn't want to make the crew come on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, or they need some time off, don't you think? Okay, anyway, I would like to thank the crew whom you will meet throughout tonight's show, so I will save that part until a little bit later. And I'm probably messing Jolie up because I'm messing up my schedule. But anyway, I would like to thank my husband Paul for staying home for Daddy Date Night, even though they aren't at home, they are at dance class. My husband does not hip hop, but my daughter does. Anyway, we are not live this evening, but if you would like to email me, you can always email me at talk@bcattv.org. If you have a suggestion for a future topic, I am looking for some new ideas, so hopefully you can help me out. So, as always, I think this is my 5th year doing the show, so this is our 5th year talking about some holiday traditions, and my guests for this evening are the crew, so now you get to see the faces to put with the names. So first up, we have Colleen Moore, who normally directs, although you trained everybody to direct, so.
Yeah, I get to take some time off. I'm supervising more now.
You're co-producer.
Exactly.
Yes. So thank you for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
Love the sweater.
Thank you. Thank you.
As we have tradition, I think this is like our 5th year. I think we started January of 2013.
Wow.
I know.
Can't believe it's already been that long.
Scary.
I know.
But anyway, at Christmas time, or the last show of the calendar year, we always have the crew come on and talk about some holiday traditions.
Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing all the traditions that the crew has.
I know. Maybe I'll get some good ideas.
I know. I think I always take notes.
Well, one tradition is you have a new sweater.
I do have a new sweater. I do. I said, you know what? I need to get a new look, a new fresh thing. So I was at the mall, and they had this awesome kiosk down there for ugly sweaters, and I'm like, I got to get in there. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, oh, that would be great. That would be great. No. It was a lot to pick from. I found a good one that was kind of, not so ugly. I don't think it's that ugly.
No.
It's pretty good.
It's busy, but it's not ugly.
It's busy. It is, yeah.
I still like online through social media, they have the ugly sweaters or the tacky sweaters with characters on them, like Bert and Ernie or Darth Vader or Spider-Man. They have like a Spider-Man Christmas sweater or a Batman Christmas sweater.
No way.
And I'm like, I think I need like the Statler and Waldorf one or something,
Maybe that would be a good one.
I don't know. But what are some of the traditions that you do celebrate?
I was thinking about that, knowing the show was coming up tonight, and I was just thinking, like, at church last week, we were talking, and we were just saying, whenever Christmas time, we go, oh, do you remember when we used to do, like, Christmas specials at church? We would do, like, they call them cantatas, but it's basically just a nice Christmas special. And we did them for years, and I was always in the choir since I was like a teenager. And one that really comes to mind, we had a guy in our church that he was a fence builder, so it's kind of like he made fences. He decided we were going to have a living Christmas tree. So he built a platform.
Like a live Christmas tree? It
looked like a Christmas tree. It was just like this, big tree, and it had levels and all of the sections of the choir.
Okay, like made out of fence.
No, it's just like he built it out of wood. So there was sections. We have the 4 sections in the choir, the sopranos, the altos, the tenors, and basses, and the basses were actually at the top. The ladies were in the middle and the bottom.
Well, because sopranos seem to be more.
Yeah.
There seemed to be more of them.
Yeah, it was just one of those ones that just kind of stood out.
So you stood on the Christmas tree?
We all filled up the choir, just filled up the whole Christmas tree, so our choir was in the shape of a Christmas tree, and we did all our music from there.
Did you hold lights or candles?
We did, yeah. It was kind of neat. It was a neat one. We had a really good time with that one.
Yeah, the church where I grew up, every year, I think they did it for like 25 or so years. They did a Christmas cantata where the first half of it was just a Christmas concert with the choir, and then the second half was a live nativity. And one by one, the characters showed up, kind of like the whole Christmas story. And we always used to track because they always had like a 3-month-old baby play Jesus, and half the time Jesus was a girl. So it's like,
Yeah, we did.
But-
We did something similar to that one time with it was called I guess a living postcard or Christmas card or something
Oh,
like that. We did
okay.
it. It was done behind a screen, so the shapes were that you
Oh.
could tell what they were by looking at the general shapes. But it was like a
okay.
moving Christmas card. It was really kind of cool.
neat.
Those are some of the cool ones. I mean, we always look back and people that we used to know they've passed away by now, like at these times and stuff. But they were some of our like favorite singers and stuff. And we had
okay.
like a really good bass singer guy that he used to sing the same song a lot, like at Christmas time. But we always were. It was a request because he did it so
Oh,
well. It
yeah.
was such a beautiful song. But music is always a big part of Christmas for me,
absolutely.
and looking back at some of the stuff we've done is always like really special times to
Now,
think about.
Did you use the giant Christmas tree more than one year, or
No,
was
I
that
only
just
did
a
it
one-time
once.
thing?
We only did it once, but yeah,
Darn.
I know that was a pretty big endeavor.
Yeah,
Just practicing,
big.
just practicing in it, and just getting up into it, because
Yeah, how did the bases get all the way up to the?
they had there was like stairs that kind
It's
of
like Hollywood Squares and Christmas
it was
tree.
exactly what it was like too, because we and there's always that fear. Everybody, how when you're standing too long, if your knees aren't relaxed,
Yeah.
the choir director said, all right, make sure everybody's shifting a little.
lock
So
your
we
knees, you
didn't want
pass
anybody
out.
to fall off
Oh,
the top,
no.
right? So yeah, it was scary. It was fun, but it was definitely one of our cooler ones. Yeah, it was fun.
Now, what are your plans? Are your family coming to see you? Are you traveling at all?
We are not traveling.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 60 degrees on Saturday.
It's
I'm like,
crazy. I know. We've had colder Thanksgivings than we've had for Christmas.
seriously,
But
we have colder Easters.
yeah, I usually take a ride over to see my sister. Her boyfriend is like a fantastic cook. And he like lays out the omelets for everybody, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go see Missy, but first we're gonna have omelets.
Yeah,
and
gotta
stuff.
eat.
Yeah, the omelets are massive. They're delicious, and eat way too much of them, but like
Well,
they're
yeah.
delicious. So we go there, and then my daughter's a nurse, so we see her when she's available.
Okay.
She may or may not be available for Christmas, but
Well, hopefully you
know.
could work some time into the schedule.
we usually will see her at some point, and
okay.
stuff. So
Now, is she also kind of local?
she's in Danvers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in Danvers, so it's not too far for her. It's just a matter of whether she got any sleep, the night before, because she
Ooh,
works
yeah.
long shifts and stuff. So, yeah, so we hope to see her and stuff, and she's got new cats, so we're hoping to see more.
Are they still kitten-ish?
They are
or-
still kittens. They're still cute. They're like my grandkitties.
Well,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So I don't have grandkitties yet, but they're my grandkitties. So I love them. So they're so cute. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna see family.
I hear the door squeaking open, but you know what? If we have like everybody to give them turns, I think you get to go and get back to work.
Well, I have a gift for you.
Oh,
first.
you do? Oh, that's right. I
do.
have something for you too.
All right. Well, here. Let me give you yours first. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
This is sort of our tradition.
A new tradition. We're
And
talking about
this is-
traditions.
Yeah, speaking about traditions, this is our. I think it's becoming a tradition.
It
I think I've
is.
given you one the last 3 years.
Fun. It's got everybody's name on it. Wait, I don't know which camera. Can I hold it up to this one? It's. Oh, wait, hold on. It's a little fireplace mantle with everybody's name on it, and it has 2018. Excellent. Oh, I like the swirly
It
one
feels
with my name
really
on it.
nice.
Yeah, it's like textured.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Now I have something for you.
Thank you.
Ta-da!
Thank you. Can I open it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Here, we'll just
Yeah, we'll take the
we'll
time.
make it really quick.
Oh, I'm going to leave this out. This is really cool.
Oh yeah. Mug and lots of chocolate.
Well, you have to. I hand painted the mugs.
No way. I was
And
gonna
they
say
actually
it's-
say STA, so initials for something to talk about. So it's not obviously part of the show.
Nice.
And then I use the show colors for the little bubbles floating up.
Very, very nice.
And
This
if you
is
have a mug,
nice.
you got to have hot cocoa.
Exactly.
Especially this time of year.
That's very true. So thank you so much.
All right, now, as a transitional piece, I heard we have our favorite elf, Mr. Flaherty, Christoph, doing one of his famous
Christmas dubs.
Christmas dubs.
Nice.
Let's check it out.
Awesome.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow. Said I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white
Christmas, with every Christmas card I write.
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Oh, I think Chris has some competition there in that lip dub. Well, Liz, thank you
Hi.
for coming on.
Thank you.
Love the sweater.
Thank you. It's my mom's. I don't actually have an ugly sweater of my own. I've never needed one
Oh, so
until
you're,
now.
so you're blaming it on mom.
No. I'm bringing it on myself.
Well, now that you just announced to everybody that you don't have an ugly sweater, you'll
shame.
probably get like 12 under the, no, hopefully. Well, it's 12 days of
you never
Christmas,
know.
you need 12 ugly sweaters. you
Never know, yeah.
hey. Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on the show. We were talking about the wonderful, I
Yes.
tried hanging up the beautiful ornament, but I think it's a little too heavy for our wonderful tree over here, and it was kind of like droopy, and I don't want to break it. So
Yeah.
it's
We can find space for it.
yeah. Well, if we find space on it, I might leave it here, and I don't want to leave it here. I want to
True.
bring it to my own tree.
Yeah.
Speaking of my own tree, we also have
Yeah.
some beautiful decorations
Yes.
here, and poinsettias, which I am not allowed to have in my house.
I'm not either. My cat likes to eat any and all plant that we bring inside the house, and I think he's tried to eat these before.
Ooh, yeah.
That wasn't the best
not-
Christmas in our house.
No. Is Kitty okay?
Yes, he's fine now.
Okay. Yeah, because poinsettias are like
Yeah.
highly toxic, as are lilies. And
Really?
yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of plants are, and my cat decided to ingest a lily
Ooh.
and spent the next 3 days in the emergency room. Yeah. Anyway, so how long have you been with the show now? Has it been a couple of years?
2 years, I
2
think.
years.
I wasn't here with last year's holiday special because I had volleyball practice, but I was here 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Tree
I hit the
attacking you?
I hit the tree. I'm attacking the tree. Sorry, tree. I didn't mean it.
Okay, tree. So what kind of traditions do you have? Do you have any traditions in here? Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
The main tradition in my house is mainly TV related. So every year, me and my dad have done this for years. Every year we have to sit down and watch the Phineas and Ferb Christmas special. It
I
is
didn't know there was a Phineas and Ferb Christmas special.
it is fantastic, and we can't not watch it.
Like on TV, or do you have it like on disc, or do you is it Netflix or something?
It's on Netflix. We bought it on Amazon. You can basically find it anywhere you find Phineas and Ferb, and we watch it every year. I think we've watched it at least 3 times already this year.
What do they do?
Oh, so what they do
Brief
is
synopsis without too many spoilers.
yeah, little quickie. They want to make a letter. They want to thank Santa Claus because they don't think they thank him enough, and so they rearrange the entire town and decorate it all as a thank you to Santa Claus.
Okay.
But then Doofenshmirtz builds a Naughtyinator, so the entire city of Danville becomes naughty.
Uh-oh.
And Santa isn't coming to Danville, and Phineas and Ferb have to save Christmas.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, good.
And it's a great episode. It is so much fun to watch.
And what's the sister's name?
Candace?
Candace. Mom!
Yep.
Phineas and Ferb are doing... No.
Yep.
Anyway. So do you have popcorn with this movie?
Oh, yes. We like ice cream, we have hot chocolate, we do the whole 9
The
yards.
whole thing. Oh,
It's-
that's awesome.
We sit down, we put up the tree, me and my dad decorate it all, we make a gingerbread house.
Fun.
Oh, yes.
Now, do people ever eat gingerbread houses? Or do they just decorate them and, like, leave them
I don't think
there
they eat
until they
the
get,
house once they make the house, but like you can make
Okay.
just like cookies by itself and then eat those.
Okay.
If you buy a gingerbread kit, it's been sitting out for a while, so it's not a good thing to eat.
Yeah. I've often wondered about that. This is the first year that we are actually going to try to build a gingerbread structure.
Oh, it's fun.
But it's not just a house. My son, he's 8 years old, loves Mario and anything dealing with Mario. And we found a Mario castle made out of gingerbread.
That's
So
awesome.
We're going to try putting that together.
That's gonna be fun.
So hopefully that will work.
I think a couple years ago, my dad found like a gingerbread train, and we made that.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah.
Now,
That
does
that
the
was fun,
frosting
too.
like really stick or?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's good and sticky. It can hold everything together.
Okay.
It also
cool.
makes a nice decorator.
Well, you were talking about the Phineas and Ferb special, but we have decided, well, I have decided that we have a movie tradition when we set up our tree.
Yeah.
Not this tree, my
A
tree
tree, yeah.
in my living room. When my kids were really little, we used to watch Curious George all the time.
Ooh,
Have
I
you
did
ever
too.
seen the Curious George, A Very Monkey Christmas?
I'm not sure. Though I was a huge fan of Curious George when I was a kid.
It's awesome. But George gets very excited about Christmas, and he starts counting down all the preparations that are made, and he tries to finding the perfect gift for the man with the yellow hat. And the man with the yellow hat is trying to figure out what George wants, because George made his own list, but monkeys really don't know how
Yeah.
to write, so he's trying to decode it, and he can't, and he's, feeling inferior, and he's like, I don't understand my monkey. So he goes through this little crisis, and at the end he does figure out what George wants. But we always watch it while setting up the tree.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
one of the scenes is George and the man with the yellow hat go to buy a Christmas tree. And George climbs the tree, one of the trees, and then accidentally knocks it down. And the domino effect ends up knocking all the trees down in the Christmas
yeah.
tree farm. And the last one falls, and a folding chair gets wedged on the top of the tree.
Perfect tree topper.
And exactly. And George is like, you can't take it off because it's the perfect tree. And the man with the yellow hat wants to cut it off. So anyway, my daughter, when she was about 3 years old, saw this, and she says, we need a chair on the top of our tree. So I found this little chair, and every year we put the star up, and then we plop the chair up on top of the tree. And
That's
it works out pretty
awesome.
cool.
Every
So-
year, my family gets like a new ornament depending on what we've done.
Okay.
So like this year, we went to Disneyland again. So
Into Disneyland or Disney World?
land in
Land.
California.
California. Oh, okay.
That's fun.
Fun, yeah.
Well, we've never gone there at Christmas, but it's like supposed to be super fun.
Oh, you went there at Christmas?
No, but
No.
we want to at some point. That'd be fun.
Okay.
But we went over this summer, and we got ourselves a little Baymax, and he's wrapped in lights, and he's got a little Santa hat on,
Fun.
and it's so cute.
I have not seen that movie.
You've never seen Big Hero 6? Oh, it's one of my favorite Disney movies. I love it so much.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Yes. It's a great movie.
So do you have plans to return to Disneyland anytime soon?
I don't think we're going anytime soon. We might go to Disney World next April,
Have you-
depending on what the band is doing.
Is the band due to go this year?
They're going next year, April.
So 2019 or 2020?
20.
20. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
2019 is coming up, so it's the next year after that. So yeah,
So
20.
not this school year.
Yeah, the next school year.
Next school year. Okay.
And I'm not going with the band. I just want to
Okay.
go with them.
Now, do you still play volleyball?
I do, yes.
And
I
they're not
just
playing
we just
tonight?
changed the schedule around so that I didn't have to miss coming to the show every week.
Yay!
It worked
Well, I'm
out.
sure they changed it just for you.
Oh yeah,
No.
I tried to get on a different team to make it easier. The other team was too much of a time commitment and it was hard to work with, so
Oh, okay.
I moved over to a different team to make everything
Okay.
easier.
Well, I didn't mean to make you rearrange
No,
your
it wasn't
schedule, but
your
I'm really
fault.
happy that you did.
It
because
was
I like
other
seeing
reasons
you.
too. Like every other, like the first weekend of every month, I would have to go to some other state. Like we'd have away
Other
tournaments.
state?
Yeah, we spent a weekend in Connecticut.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That-
Connecticut's
and
not that
we had to
far,
drive. We have to drive. You can't. And you like you stay. We also had to wake up at 5 a.m. to drive down to Rhode Island one morning on a Sunday morning
no, 5 o'clock should only come once a day, and that is not
in the
one.
p.m., not the a.m.
Yeah. So, what other sports do you play?
I also play tennis.
Okay.
I was third singles for the varsity team here at the high school.
Cool.
I've done that for so many.
Wow.
I've been playing for so many years.
Are you a lefty or a righty?
I'm a righty.
Righty.
I can't physically play with my left hand. I've tried before.
Really mess everybody up.
Oh,
You know, mind
yeah.
games with your opponent.
I've played lefty opponents and like I've been really confused.
Yeah.
It's harder to work with.
Okay. So, do you have any plans or New Year's resolutions for 2019?
Ooh,
Other than to get your own tacky sweater?
I haven't thought about it that much this year. We're not going anywhere. We're staying home. I am starting driver's ed over
Oh, cool.
the break
Okay.
though, and that's really exciting because I can get my permit in January.
Okay, so you get your it's been a really long time. So you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get your permit when you're 16.
Yes.
And then a long time ago, yes, they still had automobiles when I grew up. Not the Fred Flintstone kind. If you took driver's ed, you could get your license at 16 and a half. And if you didn't take driver's ed, you'd have to wait until you were 17. Is that still the case, or is it totally different?
You can take driver's ed when you're 15 and 9 months, I think.
Okay.
And then you can get your permit the day you turn 16.
At 16, okay.
And then I don't remember exactly, but I think you can like get your operator's license at like 16 and a half, but you can't drive anyone other than your family until you're 17.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Jolie would probably know that better than I
Well,
would.
I'll ask her.
Her sister's gone through it. I'm still going through the process.
okay.
I don't have any older siblings to deal with
Okay.
that.
You know, I'm really going to start feeling old when, like, my kids start driving. Although I've seen my son play video games, he is never going to drive my car.
Ooh, yeah.
Does
You play Mario Kart, bash into the walls every time?
He plays Mario Kart, but he used to play another one that was a race car one. And I'm totally zoning on the name. And he used to come here and spend like hours playing on the iPads. But
No, yeah.
yeah, I've seen him crash up a few too many cars. So
Yeah. Me and my mom used to spend so much time playing Mario Kart. And she always says, you can drive, you can play Mario Kart, you can drive.
okay, okay. But before you go, I see you eyeing my goodie bag here.
A little bit, just a little bit. Thank you.
You'll never guess what it is.
It's not the same thing you gave Colleen.
Well, yeah.
Yay. Ooh, there's hot chocolate stuff in here too.
And if you don't like the hot chocolate flavors, you could steal them from Colleen and switch.
Oh, I think
Raspberry and what's the other one?
Chocolate Supreme.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping that one for
Okay.
myself. I'm gonna like that. Thank you.
Well, thank you
awesome.
very much. I really do appreciate your dedication to the show
Thank you. I
and
love coming.
rearranging your schedule to make it here. But you know what's coming up next?
A lift up.
Another lip dub.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay!
Mr. Heat. Is it? No, I don't know which one.
One
Let's
of 'em.
check it.
days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm so
Merry
glad.
Christmas, Matt Perez.
Oh, wait. Dad, you gotta wait for that. Hold on.
After me.
After
I go
Jolie.
first.
Jolie gets her turn.
Yay.
I like your sweater.
Thank you. It's Harry
It's
Potter.
multi-purpose. I was
Yes.
noticing that. It's got the little reindeer,
Yeah. And it says, I solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
but it also says mischief managed.
Yes, for the end.
I love it.
So it's
Is
like,
it supposed to be a Christmas sweater, or is it just like a?
I don't think so, but I wear it as Christmas anyway. Well, I wear it
Oh,
all
yeah.
year. I wear it all year round when it's
Okay,
cold
well,
out.
that
But
works.
it's got the deer on it, and I think the stitching is kind of like
Very cool.
sort of seems like
You
Christmas.
could get some
so.
white thread and like actually restitch it so it's like three-dimensional. But I like the earrings too.
Oh, thank you.
The little bows. Wait, I only said that one.
They're like bows.
They are
so
bows. Okay, they're both the same. I wasn't sure if you had like a green one and a red
Yeah.
one or
No,
anything.
they're both green, but
So cool. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you
and
for
thank
having
you for
me.
helping. And so, what are you looking forward to this Christmas?
well, Liz is coming over to my house on Christmas Eve, and we're making pasta, so that's gonna be really fun.
Maybe she'll bring you an ugly sweater. No, you need to
I
get
ha-
her an
I
ugly
have
sweater.
ugly sweaters.
You have to get her an ugly sweater
Yeah,
because she
I
doesn't
just didn't
have
wear
one.
them because I don't wear them in public because they're really, really.
They're
ugly.
really ugly.
I have this sweater, and it's like a sweater vest, so like it doesn't have sleeves, so like it
Okay.
ends there, and it's basically Santa's body, but like his stomach is sticking out, and it's too big on me,
And
it's,
you're
it's
like
so, yeah, and it's
Santa's head?
really bad.
Yeah.
so I,
No.
yeah, no,
That
I do
one's
not know-
much
yeah,
cooler.
So this one and the Harry Potter, so.
So,
It's
do you and
all.
Liz always get together, or is this like a
Nah.
new tradition happening?
Well, last year she came over for Halloween because we had
Okay.
a football game for band, and then I don't know, my mom
Okay.
invites them, so
Cool.
I'm okay with it.
Darn. Here, go ahead. Twist my arm. Twist my. So you are in the band
Yes, I am.
and play clarinet,
I
correct?
do play clarinet.
Okay. And you are not going to Disney World this
Not
year.
This year. This year we're going to a Boston trip, so it's like a Heritage Festival in Boston, and then we're going
Irish Festival.
Heritage. it's
Heritage.
called. So it's like a yearly thing. So this one we're going to one in Boston, and then the year after is big Disney World.
Yay!
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Disney World?
I have been twice. Once when I was in like kindergarten, the other when I was in 5th grade. So it's been a
Oh, yeah,
little
so
while, but
kindergarten, you totally remember that one.
yeah, I don't really. I have pictures from it. My face is like I didn't want to be here.
Really?
But,
You know what? I think
I wasn't like I wasn't. I think I think I remember having more fun in my 5th grade trip because I could ride more things.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and then we went on a Disney cruise.
Ooh,
I think
how
in
was that?
7th grade, so that was.
Now, did you do the Disney cruise with a Disney park thing, or
No,
just
we
the
just
cruise?
went to the cruise.
Okay,
so.
because I know you can like do the
Yeah,
mix
some
and
people
match
do
thing.
both, but we only went on the cruise. But it was really fun. So.
Yeah, I think the first time I went to Disney World, I was 6 years old, so that was probably
Yeah, I was probably. I think I
kindergarten.
was 6 years old.
So I don't know if we went in like July or August. So
yeah,
I don't know if it was.
We went in like November the first time, and the second time I think we went over the summer. So.
We drove down 3 long days getting down there.
Oh no.
But it was
It's so
before
long.
seatbelt laws, so my parents had a station wagon, and we just flopped the back seat down, and the 3 of us, camped out and played games or took a nap, and it's amazing that I'm still alive today. So, what's your favorite thing at Disney World?
I really like the roller coasters. So, like my favorite roller coaster was Space Mountain. Of course, I haven't been there in a while, so like a whole bunch of other things changed. So like there's
yeah.
the Snow White roller coaster that I've never been on.
Oh, the Seven Dwarfs Mine
Yeah,
Train.
I haven't been on that one, so.
Yeah,
I
get a
don't know.
fast pass for that.
Yeah.
Because
I-
when we went
yeah.
there was like 75
Yeah,
minute
my sister
wait.
Caitlin and my mom went recently for a gymnastics meet, and
Okay.
they went on that one. They said it was like over an hour long wait. So like it was like neat.
We did not have a fast pass, and I swear my son thought that it was going to be the worst vacation ever. But
Yeah.
we tried going on Space Mountain. He got like started waiting in line.
Yeah.
We didn't have a fast pass, but it was only like, you
Yeah.
know, half an hour wait, which for Disney isn't bad.
Yeah.
He's standing there and standing there. I don't think I'm ready for this, Mom. So we had to like work our way back through.
Oh no.
You know, so. But we did. Splash Mountain was closed,
Oh no.
but we did do Thunder
That one's
Mountain.
so good. Splash Mountain's so good though, because it has a story with
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
But apparently it was closed because there was like some mechanical issue, and then they reopened it, and like 3 days later, the same mechanical issue showed up, so it really didn't get fixed.
Oh no.
So anyway, back to Christmas.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Liz is coming over. Now, do you unwrap presents on Christmas Eve, or do you
On
wait for Christmas
We do it
Day?
Christmas morning. Oh. And then I think my aunt and uncle and my cousin are coming over for Christmas dinner. So like the night after.
The evening.
Yeah.
Okay,
So like
because
Christmas
dinner
evening.
can be one of those things that
Yeah,
can be
dinner,
kind of
supper.
any
See,
time
my
of day.
grandmother calls lunch dinner, and then dinner is supper. So
I always
it's
thought
sit
dinner was
around.
like the biggest meal of the day.
Yeah, so I always thought that was the end. But I
Okay.
always thought that was like supper, whatever, the last third meal, big meal, whatever.
Okay.
And
Sure.
let's go with that.
Sure.
And then my other aunt, uncle, and cousin are coming on the 26th, I think, and then we're
Okay.
going to New Hampshire for a few days to go skiing. So
Will you be able to ski? Is there snow up there?
I don't
supposed
know.
to be, like,
I wasn't
60
gonna go
this
skiing
weekend, so-
anyway. My cousin is coming up for then is like 2, so he can't ski. But my uncle,
You'd be. Well,
they
yeah,
live
me
in
too.
Arizona, so they don't get cold weather at all anyway. So I think my uncle's gonna go skiing, and then I'm gonna hang out with my.
Have you ever been snow tubing?
Yes, that's what we're doing too, because my cousin can do that. 'cause
That's,
he's
like,
little,
more
so
my-
just hold him on the lap.
Speed.
I like snow tubing better.
Although we went
But you
snow-
have to carry all the tubes up the hill.
Well, if you go to some places,
Yeah, and some
they
that have like
actually
the escalator thing.
they have the escalator thing, and there's also some that have like the tow rope, so you sit
Oh,
in it and
yeah.
you just hold on.
Yeah.
And they also like have a little carabiner that they hook
Yeah, we
your
used to do
tube
those.
on.
I did one of those, and the thing broke when I was on it. And
Oh,
I started sliding down, and I hit my sister because she was behind me.
Oops.
Yeah. So.
I remember the first time I went snow tubing. There was a really long line for the tow rope,
Oh yeah.
and those of us in our group are like, we can walk up that hill.
Nope.
Oh my
long.
gosh. I was like halfway up the hill, and I'm like ready to call 911. I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. This is killing me.
Yeah.
I
They're
am
like-
not walking up ever again.
Yeah, when you go like snowboarding at Simon's Park, and you have to carry the sled up the hill,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
kind of just like, eh.
I went to Simon's Park one time, and it's like some of the tracks get really slippery and icy.
Yeah, cause there are like more used ones. Cause there's like the one side of the hill that has like there's like the trees, so you can like go down that one. And that one's like I don't know. I would imagine it was for like my littler kids. And then there's the one with the wall, so you like just kind of go straight down when you get there.
Yeah.
And that one's always for like the older kids, I feel like. And then like, yeah.
Or the
it's
younger
really
kids
slippery.
who have no clue. And,
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Now, does your family have any traditions, like things that you always do? Like Liz was saying that they always watch the Phineas and Ferb Christmas special.
Not really. We have things we used to do. Like we used to have on Christmas morning, me and my sisters, we would get up at like 6 a.m. and we'd go downstairs and we'd sort the presents. Like each person would be assigned a chair and we'd put the presents for the person. So we'd like
Oh,
completely
okay.
mess
So
up.
not just your presents,
No.
like the whole family.
We completely mess up like the Christmas tree or whatever. And it was all arranged
course.
nicely. We just like take them all and we put them in the person and then we'd like sit there. And we
wait.
just look at the presents and we wait for my parents to get up.
Oh,
And
you
we
didn't
stopped
wake up
doing
the-
that a few years ago. We'd wake them up at like 8. That was always the deal. Was we waited until 8.
Oh, okay.
But and we stopped a few years ago because then we got older, and then we're just kind of like, I don't want to get up at 6 a.m. I want to sleep.
I'll get up at 8:30.
Yeah, exactly. And then so yeah, that was one thing. For the past few years, sometimes we go to my grandmother's in Maine, and for some reason, one year we had tacos on Christmas Eve, so we just had Christmas tacos like every year for like a few
okay.
years.
That's kind of
But
fun.
yeah. So yeah, and we're not going there this year though, so we didn't get the Christmas
okay.
tacos. But
Maine's kind of a long trip. Well, depending on
Yeah.
where in Maine you
it's
go.
like 3 hours, 3.5. So
Ooh, yeah,
like
that's. You don't want to be sitting in a car like that.
No.
that long.
Well, one year we almost fell off like the road because like it was so icy. Because we were going, that was one year where it was like really, really snowy. Like it was snowing a lot. So like we almost like.
Wow. Well, it needs to snow on Christmas, so Santa's
Yeah.
sleigh has someplace to go.
It's also really funny though because we almost hit a moose one year because it was in the middle of my grandma's driveway and we were going
Wow.
up and we almost hit it.
But that's really cool that you saw a moose in like
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, but
that's
it was,
kinda
like-
scary.
Yeah.
That it's, they're like 8 feet tall, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like really tall. So it's like.
Have you ever seen like a deer at your grandmother's house?
No, we have deer in our backyard though.
That's true. There have been a lot of deer sightings around here.
They keep trying to get into our garden,
Oh,
along with like the rabbits and the squirrels and stuff.
yeah, rabbits and squirrels.
Yeah.
And now there's a bear wandering
Yeah,
around
the
Burlington.
bear.
Although hopefully he or she will be taking a long winter's nap pretty soon.
Yeah. Hibernation. It should be in hibernation. But I guess not. So.
Well, I think they were saying that, it's the bear's getting ready and just wants one more late night snack before he goes to sleep. What do bears eat?
Berries.
Berries.
They're omnivores. I know that. And they might be herbivores. I don't know.
I
wanna say they're omnivores.
I think they're omnivores.
They like plants and berries, and then humans or animals.
We have a
when they can't
storybook at
find
home
them.
about bear stays up for Christmas.
Uh,
And, the bear's hibernating.
Yeah.
But all of the bear's friends wake him up
oh yeah.
so he can celebrate
Christmas.
Christmas. And they get him up and he tries falling asleep and they wake him up and they decorate and they bake and, everything.
He just wanted to sleep.
And he just well, actually, he ends up staying up. And all of his friends fell asleep.
Well, I feel like once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. I know. That's my problem. When I wake up in the morning, like it's like 8, and I have to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and I come back, and I can't fall back asleep, even though I'm really tired.
I know. That's what naps are for.
Yeah.
Although the bear in the book did fall back asleep because all of his friends, for Christmas, they made him a quilt.
Oh.
So he would stay warm when he
A
goes back to
blanket.
sleep. So, yeah, and Santa came and everybody was happy. So it was a pretty cool story.
That's good.
I used to have the tradition of reading a different story every night to my kids, but this year they're totally not interested. Kind of bummed because I have a whole case of Christmas stories.
We used to read the Elf on the Shelf book. That's kind of it.
I never read that one.
Yeah, and it came with the elf. We did that for a while too, and then we just kind of stopped.
Yeah, we have an elf, but she's not very mischievous, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I see some elves getting into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So, although a friend of mine posted a picture of the elf and Barbie in Barbie's Camaro, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I think the funnier part was Ken was face planted right next to. I'm like, ooh, poor Ken. It's kind of nasty. But anyway, we are almost out of time, so
Okay.
you get one too.
I get a mug.
You get a mug.
I'm so
How'd you
excited.
know?
Well, I got a mug for a Hanukkah present from my grandma. And I get another mug because the other one was Harry Potter. But this one's
one is
something
not
to
Harry
talk
Potter.
about. And this one's smaller, so I can drink like if I don't want as much, I can use this one.
Okay. I actually thought it was a
Cocoa.
decent sized mug. So if you
Yeah.
don't like,
well, the other one's like really big mug. It's like
okay, lots of hot cocoa. If you don't like the hot cocoa flavors, you can always switch with somebody else.
That seems good.
But hopefully you enjoyed the mug.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
You too.
And a happy new year. And hopefully not too many hard New Year's resolutions. So
I don't really have any, so
then you don't have to worry about breaking them.
good. Yeah.
But you know what time it is now? It's time for another lip dub.
Merry Christmas, Matt Perel!
Ah, humbug.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Where's the Yuletide spirit?
Chris, it's just the trials and tribulations of life are too difficult to ignore this year. And it's just been really difficult to get into the Christmas spirit this year.
Difficult? Why, look here. Getting in the Christmas spirit's as easy as
Taking your first step. Put one foot in front of the other. And and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. You never will get where you're going if you never get up on your feet. Come on, there's a good tailwind blowing. A fast-walking man is hard to beat. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door.
We're back.
Foot in front of the. I like that song.
That's my favorite Christmas special.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I started out with that one on Friday.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
truth, I started out with that one because there was an issue with the Rudolph file. But if
See,
subjectively, I would start with Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Okay.
Chronologically, it takes place before Rudolph anyway.
Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, as a kid, I loved watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult, I watched it and I was horrified at how mean everybody was to poor Rudolph.
Rudolph's dad isn't that great.
No.
No. Neither is Santa. But
It's like, he's your kid.
mm-hmm. Yeah. But the second that nose is useful, like
Oh, well, yeah, everybody changes their mind then.
I knew my son would be useful. I knew it all along.
Liar!
Mm-hmm.
Well, Santa might not be happy because he has to eat those purple cubes.
Yeah.
Are they cubes or they're just purple?
I don't know. But he did gain a lot of weight in like 5 seconds.
He did,
in that
too.
one. Yeah.
That was kind of scary. That's
It
just
was.
not very realistic.
No. Might have been the suit. Hopefully it's not the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like your suit.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very classy.
Thank you very much.
So, I do have a question for you though about Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Mm-hmm.
How come Hermie doesn't have pointed ears?
That's a good question.
You know, maybe that's why he wasn't happy being an elf because he had the
maybe.
wrong ears.
I don't know. He's right there. Does he have pointed ears?
No, he doesn't.
I don't know.
But I noticed that when I was watching it. I'm like, you know,
Maybe there's an origin story we just don't know. Maybe.
okay, maybe.
Maybe the movie version, if there's ever a remake, will tell us like,
Oh, I
he's
hope there's not a remake.
No.
There's so many original ideas out there. They don't have to do remakes
It's true.
anymore.
It's very true.
So,
But you were there when I talked about how like they sort of laid the ground for the first
They did.
cinematic universe because they're all in the same continuity and stuff.
I do understand that.
I don't know. Fingers crossed though that no studio ever picks them all up and decides to make a movie franchise. But if they do, just make sure they do it right.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of people who, you know, grew up with the classics. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can't really tamper with the status quo.
Yeah. No, we
Although-
talked about how like multiple generations
Yeah.
have grown up with these.
Although I still think I like The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yes. That's a
The
favorite.
Heat Miser and Snow Miser just,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love those guys.
and
It's
my
just
kid.
so catchy. I love that song.
Mr.
Yeah.
Heat-
It's just too
You
easy.
did that one.
I did
pretty
that one
good.
too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Mhm. Can't believe that was 2 years ago now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, it's funny how, you know, you do these things years and years ago, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems like just yesterday, and I'm not getting any older.
I know. It's like people always ask me like, how old are you? And I gotta think for a second. I'm like, wait, that's not how old I am anymore.
Yeah. Oh, wait. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I must commend you. You did a wonderful job on the set today.
Thank
the
you.
poinsettias were a nice touch.
Well, you know, I love the season, so I like to decorate.
Yeah, where'd you get the little are they
These-
bobbleheads? They are.
These I've had these for years.
Oh, can we see? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Target released like a line of them. I mean, I have these three, and I also have
okay.
I got Santa, I have the Snowman, and I have Charlie in the Box too. Yeah.
So the snowman, as in
The Burl Ives one who narrates.
oh
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got those three at home. And
You
I
know,
got
it's
these
also
three at
kind of
work.
neat that, you know, you mentioned Burl Ives, that the snowman actually has some features of Burl Ives.
Yeah, I
and
know. He's got
then-
the goatee.
Yeah, and then Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the postman.
It looks almost exactly like Fred Astaire.
Although the chin
Except for the
thing
yeah,
kind
yeah, yeah.
of
But he
always
dances like
disturbed
Fred
me.
Astaire.
That's true.
So, yeah. No, I like it when they can take like the celebrities and sort of mold them into the character.
They do that a lot, though.
Yeah, and sometimes it looks creepy.
True. Well, now, like anything, you can elf yourself on like social media, and you can.
Yep.
For a while, it was a Simpsons. You could turn yourself into a Simpsons character, and so.
Yeah, I remember. I forget what the website was called. I think it was Jib Jab,
Yes.
where you could like take
Put your
people's faces,
faces.
and then like it would almost be like a nutcracker mouth like moving up and down.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
couldn't-
creepy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that to myself.
But someone sent me one of A Christmas Carol with like a bunch of my friends, and yeah, and I'm Scrooge, and I know I took a bit of offense to that,
Yeah.
but it was creepy because it's just a still image of me and it's like a nutcracker mouth. I don't know, they're weird.
Oh, yeah, it's a little creepy.
But
So anyway, let's talk about Christmas.
let's talk about Christmas.
What are other than Santa Claus is coming to town and
Mm-hmm.
all the Rankin Bass specials? What kind of traditions do you have? Do you and your family have? Do you have any other traditions?
We sort of switch it up every year. We do something a little different. Last year we went to the Christmas Farm Inn in not Jefferson, maybe Jackson, New Hampshire. I forget where it is, but it's an inn, and it's Christmas every day there. So we went up there for a few days, which is nice. There are a lot of things that we try to experience something different every year. We went to the Rockettes a couple of years ago, which I'd never been to, and it was very
I think we used to
very
do
nice
that
show.
like in high school.
yeah. No, it's
Until
crazy.
the one year we forgot somebody in New York.
Oh,
They kind of frowned.
Home
upon
Alone
that.
2.
Yeah. No, we remembered, and
Mm-hmm.
the kid was smart enough to go to the bus station. He had purchased
Good for
a
him.
ticket, so I'm like, well, I was worried about his friends that never said when we were leaving that he was missing.
Yeah.
Is everybody here? Yeah, we're all here.
Just roll call. And like, Tim. Nobody hear from Tim. Okay.
I don't know. Anyway,
That guy should see if he can make a movie out of that.
so do you have any plans for this year?
This year I think we're just gonna stay local.
Okay.
Just family, keep it simple. Dinner at my godmother's house. That's where we normally have Christmas, at her house.
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas
or-
Day.
Okay.
She lives in Burlington too.
Well, that's
as do my
convenient.
parents. I live in Waltham right now, but Woburn soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting closer.
Getting closer.
Getting
I know.
closer. And you just got a new car.
I know.
Very snazzy.
I took very good care of myself this Christmas. As everyone else.
Okay.
But yeah, I treated myself this Christmas.
Excellent,
Mm-hmm.
as you should.
Yep.
What about next year? Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I mean, yes, you are moving, which is pretty cool.
I think I'll try to be more frugal now that I have I got these nice new expenses.
Well, yeah.
I want to take care of them. I'll probably just hit reset on a bunch of New Year's resolutions.
I think that's kind of. Wonder if there's anybody has ever done a statistical analysis of like how many people just have the same New Year's resolution every year because they only make it to like January 3rd.
Yeah. I don't there's got to be they say they fail within the first month or the first two, which hopefully I won't do with whatever New Year's resolutions I pick. I'm constantly harassed by some folks here to learn to play my ukulele, which I've had since 2010
Really?
that I still don't know how to play. Maddie, who's in the lip dub, she plays the ukulele and she gets on me.
Well, when do they start doing that in the schools? Do you know?
I don't know. I think she's self-taught.
Okay.
Pretty sure. But even some of the Voyagers know how to play ukulele too.
But I think there's like a middle school program now where they actually teach the kids ukulele. So that's where I think the middle schoolers have figured it out.
Well, I wish the timing worked out. Then I would have already know how to play it.
No.
But I forget one of the Voyagers, they handed me their ukulele and they're like, play something. And I'm like, you've heard wrong. I don't know how to play this. I just own one. But maybe this year. We'll see.
So with Voyagers, I was having a debate with Gwyneth this evening. Do you have to have completed 5th grade to be a Voyager? Or can you currently be in 5th grade?
I think you have to have completed 5th grade.
That's what I thought.
I'm not the one in charge, so I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
But we'll have
You
to
do the
talk to
high
Mr.
school
Ted.
club, though.
I do.
How's
I do the
that
high school.
going?
High school club's good. They're doing good. They have their monthly show, which they work hard on. They have segments where they do movie reviews and cooking reviews, and they play games with their guests. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Now, cooking reviews, do they actually
No,
like,
cooking like
cook stuff?
segments.
Oh, okay.
Movie reviews and cooking segments.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they do like on the street segments where they go out and ask people questions on the street, like say at the high school, at the football game, like at the mall, which is very brave, and I commend them for doing that because it's not easy to approach strangers with a camera and stuff. So.
But it's a good skill to have.
It is a good skill to have, and it teaches you good presentation and
self-confidence.
Yes, self-confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it builds character.
Kind of like I'm making my daughter sell Girl Scout cookies now. Here, go talk to that person. Ask them if they want cookies. No, you do it. No! You want the stuffed animal. You have to.
How is the Girl Scout cookie sales going?
Our troop is doing really well, and there's a new cookie.
There's a new cookie?
There's a new cookie.
What's
I
the new
probably shouldn't, be talking about this. I'm not turning this into a commercial, but as it is, it's all about me and all about my kids. There is a gluten-free, nut-free option.
Gluten-free and nut-free.
And nut-free, yes, because last year they had a gluten-free, but it was made with peanut butter, and that just annoyed too many people. So it is a caramel chocolate chip cookie. It's very sweet.
Sold.
And you wouldn't miss the gluten at all. Because I'm one of those people that likes my cookies full of gluten, and I don't miss it at all.
I do like my gluten, so.
Nuts,
not so much.
Yeah. Well, this is peanut and all
Perfect.
free.
Sold.
All nut free.
I'll have to try that one.
Very tasty. I have like a case in my car right now. So
Okay.
I have like 6 cases of cookies in my car right now.
Okay.
I just went to pick up 37 cases of cookies today.
Wow.
And there was one other leader there that was not in the Christmas spirit. I was very annoyed.
Really?
Really?
They need to sing a Christmas carol or something.
I think so.
Maybe get them in a lip dub.
Cookies and milk,
I think the elf quote is the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Or lip syncing.
Is that like Buddy the Elf?
That's Buddy the Elf. It would have made more sense if I wore that outfit, but.
I think you wore it last year or 2 years ago.
I wore that 2 years.
Last year you wore
I wore my
suit.
plaid three-piece
the plaid
suit.
suit.
Yep.
Yes, I do like the other. Was it snowman?
Yes,
you were wearing
the blue one with the snowman.
The blue one with the
yeah,
snowman.
I wore that
very
for
cool.
I wore that to the tree lighting too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, was that your newest lip dub?
The one with Maddie and me doing White Christmas. That's the newest one.
Of a white
Yep.
Christmas.
So that's 4 Christmas lip. So I guess the Christmas lip dub is a holiday tradition.
A new tradition.
At this
so
point.
okay, so let's review those. You
'Kay.
have I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas.
Yeah, White Christmas.
One foot in front of the other.
One foot in front of the other. Heat Miser, Snow Miser.
Oh, that's right.
And then Santa Claus is Coming to Town, also by Mr. Michael Bublé.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So we went back to Bublé for this year.
Okay. I wasn't sure if, like, for the Heat Miser and Snow Miser or, the Santa Claus is Coming to Town, if you actually used the ones from the Rankin Bass.
Yeah, no, those were the actual, like, versions from those specials.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the Bublé ones, it was the same album, both of those songs.
Was it a Christmas album?
Yeah, so he only has
it's
one
gotta be a
Christmas album. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really like that version. And actually, Maddie suggested that song, and then it got stuck in my head, and I'm like, okay, well, we got to do that song now.
Though, Evan, my 8-year-old, has now been turned on to, I forgot his name right now. He used to do Stray Cats.
Uh-oh. He's a singer?
Yeah.
Is this the band you were telling me about last Sunday?
No, that was Los Lobos.
Yeah, he's into that. But he's into
he
someone else
He has memorized. Brian Setzer.
Okay.
Brian Setzer has a couple of Christmas albums out. So we've been listening to a lot of Brian Setzer Orchestra in the car.
Okay. Orchestra would be different for a lip dub.
Well, they call it an orchestra, but it's
actual
just,
vocals.
Yeah, it's Brian Setzer singing.
Yeah.
But back when I was the age of a Voyager. He had like, you know, Stray Cat Strut and
Okay.
other songs. It was really cool.
Nice.
But you wouldn't believe this, but we are almost out of time.
Really?
Yes, we are.
Wow, that was quick.
So
Okay.
you'll never guess what I got you.
Let's see. Okay. I might have some idea.
Yeah, it's so predictable. I think next year I have to do like different gifts.
And you hand painted this. This is
I
very
hand
nice.
painted those. Yes.
Very, very nice. Oh, I like it. It's on the crest.
So there's the STA on the side, just.
Mm-hmm.
But
Very
I
nice.
wasn't confident enough to write something to talk about because
Okay.
that's a lot of writing
That is a lot. All right, now it's your turn.
for me.
Just something small.
Thank you. I like the polka dots. Very festive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's heavy.
Shouldn't be that heavy. But it's a little festive treat.
Festive tree. Oh, fun! I love it. I don't know if you can see it. It's my kids with Santa and Buddy the Elf in a snow frame. Whee! Yes, I was
frame.
very disappointed that Evan decided that he did not want to go see Santa this year.
Well, next year we'll have to get him in the photo, and then you can update that.
Absolutely.
But I do love that photo.
That
so I
is a
thought I'd
great
share
photo.
that with you.
That is a great photo.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's smiling.
Yeah.
Evan has front teeth now, by the way.
Did he ask for them for Christmas?
I think last year he did, and he
Okay.
got his wish. This is really cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, but as I mentioned, thank you for your help and all the help that you've given the show.
Well, thank you for all the
Including
support you give
The
to me.
summer 4th of July float.
Oh, yes.
We'll have to start planning that.
Yes, we got to start planning now.
But I also want to thank everyone at home for tuning in. I hope that you have a festive and wonderful holiday season and a safe and happy new year. I'll see you around town. Good night.